Hi guys, this is Pestily and welcome to another Escape from Tarkov video. In this video I'm going to cover all the traders at max level, seeing I just hit level 40. I'm going to go over all the items they've got, all the new changes to their tasks, and some of the points I'd probably like to show you for the task to make sure everything's all good. And then, so hopefully you don't have as many issues as I had. And then I'll go over some of the new items actually in a bit more detail. So guys, without further ado, let's crack straight into it. Alright, so moving over to the traders. Now with Prapor, 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all the exact same. Now there are a couple of things that are new with Prapor, but I haven't unlocked it yet. In particular, you can buy the Ash 12 off him from level 4. Once you've completed Punisher Part 4, you unlock the quest Regulated Materials. Now, that will unlock it. Once you get this one done, you'll be able to get the Ash 12. But at the moment, I still haven't been able to get it done. I've been just going to Millbase now to check it out. Unfortunately, I haven't found this one yet. With the quest, one of the changes that you guys will be happy with is the kill 50 scavs with the AKS-74U is now being reduced to 25. So that's a big plus there. And that's pretty much it for Prapor. Now, going over to Therapist, there is some interesting stuff here, not with the actual items themselves, but with the quest. Now, as you go through her quest line, you're going to get to the point where you'll get up to the meds. It's Healthcare Privacy Part 4, which is get health level 6. Now, the thing about this one is to get level 6, it takes ages. And what they've done to supplement this is this quest. An apple a day keeps a doctor away. And it says it gives you 200 points. This only gave me 100 points. I have reported this up, and hopefully it will be better for you guys, because I actually, like, from 1 to level 6 is, I think, 210 points. So you really should have level 6 by this point with this quest. However, I was only at the start of level 5, so it was a real struggle for me. I only just got this one done right before I hit 40. Moving on to Skier. Now, Skier 1, no big change. There is the TOS now on Skier, and they have moved the ammunition across because it was originally on Jaeger. That's now came across, but all the shotguns have been moved over to Jaeger. With Skier 2, there aren't anything new that I could really notice. Maybe there might be a couple of like small tactical grip. So nothing big major there. When it comes to Skier 3, you do have a P90 stock here, but the big one you're going to see is this TX-15. They are 170,000 rubles, and they're pretty much an ADAR, but very accurate. It's already modded out. You just put a foregrip on it and a sight on it. It's good to go. I've been pretty much using this and the P90, and it's a really good gun. I actually really like it. It's something about the ADAR I didn't enjoy. I think it's probably the fact that I had to mod it first. Whereas this, it's just good to go. I actually really enjoy it. So that's sweet. From Skier 4, no big massive changes. I don't know why there's 556 855A1 selling from him, but there is. So that's interesting in itself, I guess. When it comes to Skier's quest, the find 2 flash drives with information, I would highly suggest that you actually buy these 2. And if you find any in raid, hold on to them. You needed 3 found in raid flash drives for a Jaeger quest, and these ones don't need to be found in raid. So if someone else is willing to sell theirs, buy those ones, and then find the 3 and put them aside for the Jaeger quest, because it's a real bastard to get done later. Now, as always, I always recommend handing in Chemical Part 4 to Skier, but something you're going to notice is a lot of the quests actually give negative rep to Jaeger, and it actually makes it quite difficult to get him up to level 4. Now, if you are going to get him to level 4 and on a standard account, I would even probably consider not doing the quests that give negative rep to him if you really want to get him up quickly. If you don't want to get him up quickly and you want to get the quest done eventually, there are some quests with him that are really annoying. I'll get onto that in a minute. Now, with Chumming, it's been reduced down to 5 PMCs instead of 10, which is quite nice. And that's all the real changes for Skier. Moving over to Peacekeeper, you get the MP5K at Peacekeeper 1, which is quite nice. There's nothing really massive from Peacekeeper 2 besides this new helmet. It is a level 4 helmet, armor class 4 helmet, and you can put NVGs on it if you want to. So it's a handy little helmet to have early. From level 3 Peacekeeper, going down, you do have the slightly better version of the helmet, which is 27 armor points instead of 25. Everything else is exactly the same. So, to me, I don't understand why you'd want to spend an extra $40 maybe for that 2 durability. It might be worth it. Actually, no, it's about $30, but still, I'm not really sure which one you'd want to get. I don't know. You do get your first barter trade here for the P90, which is 2 M cables. I don't really know how much these are going for. I can't even remember finding any. I don't know if I've found any before. But yeah, so that's the first trade for it. But if you do want to buy it, you do get it from Peacekeeper 4, which is just down here. So you can buy 3 per reset. Now with the Peacekeeper task, this won't be in order, but I'm pretty sure this went down. It used to be 12 headshots or 10 headshots. It's now down to 7. This one is all fine in raid now. I think one of the 2 Spar tours was fine in raid, one wasn't. But they're all both fine in raid now, but it's 2 of everything. And I think, where's the other ones? Part 2, part 6, down 7. Part 2, part 7 down here. It's 2 again, and this is all fine in raid. So just something to take note of there. Moving over to mechanic, level 1, nothing really major changed. Level 2 has the working LCD barter trade, which I don't really notice anything you need it for. The P90 barter trade for the 5 GP coins, I don't think it's worth it personally. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Because 5 vendor for 250,000 rubles. So I don't know. It just seems like a lot of money for a P90 that's suppressed. Level 3 mechanic doesn't have any real major changes. At level 4 mechanic, this is where you can buy yourself the Jaeger 12 mag, and also the Terra Group Lab access card is now 2 bitcoins on mechanic 4, and on therapist it's now 300,000 rubles on level 4 as well. So they've definitely made it harder to go into labs, which I think is pretty cool. They're making it more of an end game top tier kind of place where if you go in, you're going to take your best gear and it's not going to be doing budget runs as much. So I think that's pretty cool. Next, we've got Ragman level 1. Now, my biggest grief in this game was actually leveling up. Up until level 15, I got smacked really hard. And it's because you can't get access to a body armor. Like, really, these barter trades aren't that good. You're not going to be doing them. It's just not right. So, for me, like, yeah, sure, they've added a new rig because the scout rig... because the scav rig is now on Jaeger 1, which you can't get straight away. So they've added a new rig here, but you still don't have a body armor until level 2. So for me, I think it's just kind of wrong. Like, you're not going to go to level 2 and then start using packers either. You're going to use something a little bit better. I think so, at least. Like, you've got all these other ones to choose from, yet you'd go packer. I think the packer needs to get moved to level 1. It's there to stop Tozzers, shotguns, maybe some pistols, but that's about it. Like, you're not buying it to, it's just to prevent those one taps from scavs. I really do wish they'd move at least packer to Ragman 1. As far as it goes for Ragman 2, there is this new armor. I will show you all the armors in a minute after we complete going through all the traders. With Ragman 3, there's this new helmet which you can buy the top part here, and you can also get the like the back plate bit, neck protector, and the face shield. So you can actually make it a full armor there. And besides that, you've got the harness here. This one is a barter trade, but you can buy it from from Ragman 4. And you've got this new backpack, which I'll show you. This backpack's a bit weird. I'll show you that in a minute. When it comes to Ragman 4, you can buy this armor now. So it's 170 or 165,000 rubles. Everything else is pretty much the exact same. Besides, obviously, you can buy the face shield and the neck protector for the other helmet, which I actually think this is a really good helmet for 100,000 rubles. It's like one step up from the ZSH, which they're very similar helmets, but this one's got a high chance of ricochet, and I'm pretty sure this is a level 3 face shield, whereas this one's a level 4 face shield. So I personally think that this is going to be the go-to helmet for me on factory and labs, really. As far as it goes for Ragman quest, the only one you got to take note of is make ultra great again. Doesn't require the fleece hat anymore. So you can just go in there and start killing scavs straight away, which is a lot better. Now we're finally up to Jaeger. Now with Jaeger, pretty much level 1, no real major changes here from Skier. It's pretty much copied across all of the Skier's old selling points. Added some new shotgun ammo for Jaeger level 2. Shotgun ammo, you get the first surgical kit that you can buy, which is actually really cool. I really like this one. It's got 5 uses, takes 15 seconds. I can also do fractures. You got fuel for your generator in your hideout, which is sweet, and some gunpowder, which is pretty straightforward there. When it comes to Jaeger level 3, this is where you get the sick case. Now, this is a 5x5 dock case, and I'm going to show you in a minute what you can put into it. You also get the camper axe, so it's another melee weapon. Lastly, before I go Jaeger 4, you can also get a thermal sight. Now, finally, when you get to Jaeger level 4, you'll see the thermal goggles. These are pretty insane. You can't ADS while using it. Well, you technically can still ADS, but you can't look through any sights because the infrared can't go through any glass. So you have to use an iron sight if you want to use it effectively. But it is actually really good. It's 500,000 rubles, so it's very expensive. But overall, it's a lot of fun. Now, other thing I'd definitely point out here is the AP/70, or 12/70 AP20 slugs. These rounds have 34 pen, I think it is, with 160 damage or 130 damage. These things I used on woods was absolutely devastating. I loved it. It was heaps of fun. Shotguns will be viable with this ammo. The downside is it's 120 rounds per reset. Now, to unlock Jaeger, you need to go to Mechanic and finish the first gunsmith task. Then you'll unlock the quest Introduction. From there, you need to go into woods where the plane is. And next to the plane is a little hide. And underneath that hide is the message or whatever you have to loot. You loot that, you extract the raid, then you unlock Jaeger. Now, from there, the quests become quite brutal. It's an interesting one. You've got ones where you just hand up some food. That's pretty straightforward. Kill 7 scavs on woods while not wearing body armor. This means you can wear a helmet, but no armored rig or body armor at all. This one is you've got to take 1 bottle of water and an Iskra MRE, put them in both the bunkers. So you need to take 2 of each. The next one's be completely dehydrated for 5 minutes. This one, I went into a raid, I drank some mayo, dehydrated myself, healed for 5 minutes. Then I realized I had to survive and extract. I extracted, but it said it was a run through, even though I had like 6,000 health experience points. So I just went into a factory run and finished it there. So I just had to survive a raid after that, and I finished it, which that was all well and good. Killing 5 scavs while suffering from a pain effect. I'm pretty sure this was pretty straightforward. I'm pretty sure I just got this quest done without even really focusing on it. Now, this survivalist quest, Tough Guy, was actually really annoying. Kill 5 scavs on woods in a single raid while not using medicine. If you heal at all, it fails your raid, right? So you pretty much can't even use a painkiller. So you go into woods and you just try and kill them. It's really a really brutal quest. For the head tremor quest, this one's been an absolute pain. You got to get a broken arm or be under a painkiller effect. Like a Prapor effect. You got to get a headshot. It's just a really annoying quest. I've got 1 so far. I feel like I've shot like 10 people in the head while I've had it, but we'll have to see. I'll eventually get it. Eliminating 10 PMCs on factory in the office area. It's pretty much from the staircases inward. So you can be in the bathroom, up the top floor. It's pretty straightforward, this one. Just go up there and kill them. You might have to do a few raids to drag all the people in there, but you do eventually get it quite quickly. Now, before I go any further, I am going to do a full guide on all these quests once I complete them. But for now, I'm just going to give you the short rundown of it. With the Eliminate Reshala quest, you've got to kill Reshala, loot the golden TT, and then you have to extract with it. It has to be the found in raid one to hand it up. I came out of the raid with the found in raid one and also bought a second one, and it would only let me hand up the found in raid one. So I don't know if you can find one earlier and have a found in raid, and then kill him once you get the quest and hand it in. I would highly suggest if you do get one, I'd do that for now, put it aside, because this quest was quite annoying because there was a lot of people in customs, hard queues to get in there. Just one of those annoying quests. For woods cleaning, this one was just kill 50 scavs on any map. This one's straightforward, won't have any problems there. Kill 3 PMCs blinded with a flashbang. This quest was annoying. I did it with the shotgun quest that I had as well. But yeah, this one, you just throw flashbangs like crazy at factory, and then when they're flash, you try and kill them. Sellout, you need to kill Killer and also loot his helmet. At the moment, there's a Halloween event, so there's 50% chance you'll have the pumpkin helmet instead. So that's a bit of an annoying thing as well. So even if you do kill Killer, you might not even get his helmet. For Justice, kill 3 dressed scavs that look like police officers. These ones are the Scav Boss minions for customs. I'm fairly confident. So I just need to get into a customs raid to do that one. For the Evil Watchman, killed 10 PMCs in dorms area on customs. I went into the dorms with an AK and just shot at windows to attract people to the dorms. And then when they came to the dorms, I killed them. That's pretty much how I've done this run every single time. For the courtesy visit, I actually only know where the fisherman's house is. This one is actually the house in the swamp area, kind of closest towards that greenhouse. The other 2 I just accidentally bumped into when I was walking around. So I have to find out exactly where those ones are. For Shady Business, you need to find 3 flash drives in raid, and this is why I said to save those other ones previously. For Nostalgia, this is room 303 of the West Wing. For fishing place, all you need to do is find 3 lab key cards and hand them in. I got these mostly from killing the Reshala, trying to get that golden TT. So that's how you get that one done. And reserve, which I've just finished. It's one of the tunnels underground. It's hard to explain because I'm only just going mill base, but that is that one. Because that is the quick rundown of all the tasks and the traders at the moment. I know that was like pretty full on. There's so much going on there, but I want to try and get as much information in this video as possible so then I can move on to actually working on guides and stuff for you. This is more of my rundown. So moving into the actual items being added to the game, the sick case is a 5x5 docks case, which you can put cash in as well, and also your lab key cards all fit in there as well. But you can also put all these items in there too. So it actually makes looting a little bit easier. So if you get into, like, say, East 310, you can loot these items, no dramas, and chuck them in there. It doesn't take up room inside your container. Shampoo is a new streamer item for Grims. There's been changes to the AVS rig. It's now a armored rig. And the BlackRock is also quite large as well. So that's something to take note of. This is a new Class 4 helmet, which I was showing you from Peacekeeper. This rig, it's a bit of a cheaper rig, but it's actually quite roomy, so it's an option if you want to use it. But for me personally, I don't know why you would use this over a Commando rig, seeing the Commando rig is pretty much cheaper. With the A18 rig, this one is a massive rig. The problem is now you can't put rigs on as well as body armors. So whilst this does have 65 armor points, once it's busted, you're probably in a bit of strife. You can't really switch out your armor, and it's such a nice rig for space, you'd probably want to chuck it into your backpack. So this is why my issue with armor rigs is kind of like, well, I'm just going to use a body armor instead, because it doesn't really make sense to me why I would use a armored rig. Maybe you guys have a better theory than me, but seeing this isn't a class 3 armor rig when I could use a class 5 body armor, like a Gen 4, I don't know any reason why I would use this one. When it comes to the mechanism, this one is from Ragman level 3. It's actually not too expensive and it's quite roomy. It does do a bit of prevention of backpack inside backpack, which I kind of like. And yeah, it's not too bad. It's got a very small movement speed penalty, only 4%, which is kind of nice. This is another one of the armored rigs from Ragman level 2. It's not too bad, class 4 armor, and it's not too expensive as well. Going back to the same principle, I don't know why you'd wear a armored rig, because you can replace armors in raid, whereas if you had to swap out your rig, you're kind of mixing everything up. I don't really like it personally. This is the helmet, the LSHZ helmet, fully assembled. It's quite a nice helmet with a lot of durability. So this is probably going to be my next go-to helmet. Coming up here, we've got the thermal sight. I'll have some video footage playing in the background so you guys can see how that looks. It's actually really nice to use. I'm really enjoying using it. Is it overpowered? Probably not for the price. 500,000 rubles. I've lost a couple of these now to scavs. But there's definitely a bit of fun. This is an M700 I received from a promo pack. I only just realized I got after level 40. So I haven't used this one yet. It does look pretty cool. At the moment, snipers are a bit shit. So whilst they're a lot of fun, they're not really the meta, which is fine. As long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. But yeah, the M700. With the P90, you can mod this one out a fair bit by putting a suppressor on it and some lasers on the side. If you take off this ring sight at the top, you can mount another bracket on top of it to put sights on it, which is kind of cool. I've been doing a lot of that. Something that you do want to take note on, though, is the sight has a very high position on the gun. So pretty much all your bullets will hit low, unless you zero it to 200 or you change the mods to the top of the gun, so you can actually get a low profile sight on it. The TX15 is one of my favorite guns at the moment. I've been loving it. It comes modded, which is great, and it's an absolute blast. 5.7 pistol, been a lot of fun. I haven't used out this pimped out one. I think I killed someone that had this today, but the 5.7 pistol shoots really fast, really responsive to how fast you can click, which is awesome. And it drops people pretty quick. Once you get to an armor class 4 though, it really struggles even with the best ammunition. So guys, there's a lot to cover in this patch, and because I've hit max level, I thought I'd show you all the traders at max level with some of them in more detail. Hopefully you learned some new stuff. Hopefully I've helped you out some of the tasks that are going to be coming up, and it wasn't too painful, because there is just so much going on, and I want to give you all the information, but there's just so much. It's going to take me ages to get all this in good quality, full information, and I just wanted to give you a bit of a summary for this one. I know you guys are really interested in also learning more about the hideout. Pretty much tomorrow, sometime I'm going to have everything maxed out in the hideout, and then I can actually show you guys everything that you want to see at max level and answer all those questions. So until tomorrow, that's where it's going to be until I can, give you that information. But for now, this will hopefully quench your thirst for all the information you want. So guys, thanks for watching another video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for future content. I do stream on Twitch every day of the week. So go down the link below. Give me a follow over there. You got any Tarkov questions, feel free to hit me up on my live stream or down in the comments below. And lastly, I'll see you next time. Ooh, just a little bit. Ooh, a little bit more.